3 years ago, when I first laid eyes on this neglected 512BBi, well, I fell in love. Never before had I wanted to rescue a Ferrari so badly. The box of Ferraris had never really been on my radar. It was from an era before my time. Growing up in the 80s, the Ratarossa was my poster car alongside the mighty F40. But after seeing this car sat neglected, rotting away on a driveway, I made a promise to try my best to save it. Digging into the car's history, it only made my will to save it even stronger. The car was royalty. Not only had it been first delivered and formerly owned by a prince, it was also one of just 42 cars built in right-hand drive and the only car finished in white. That, coupled with the fact that the car had just 6,420 miles on the clock, plus a stack of history from world-renowned Ferrari specialists who had stated that this previously was the best example in the world. Well, there was only one thing I could do, and that was for Ratarossa to step in and try to change the course of this BBi's ultimate demise. Well, that led to months of painstakingly stripping the Ferrari apart, which involved removing all of the bad paint down to the bare shell, rectifying any issues with the bodywork that we found along the way, and then it was finally ready to head into the spray booth for the very first time for a fresh coat of epoxy to protect the body and then some polyester primer. But that all happened in early 2023. Since then, the BBi has been moved, ready for its next big adventure, a full respray, and then it's heading back to my house to be reassembled and rebuilt as good as new. Ta-da! The BBi is back in the garage where it belongs. I've got O in there removing some of the protection tape from the paint process, and I'm sure all of you guys are wondering how it got there and why it is looking so gleamingly white. Well, all will be revealed, but first, this. Guys, it's so busy around here with all the projects going on. I've roped Lexi in to help me clean the black car. What she doesn't know though is I'm also running a little bit of an experiment at the same time.
What are you doing?
How are your feet? Are they dry?
What?
Check them.
Yeah, they are actually.
Yeah, I knew it.
Fresh paint, fresh kicks.
Yeah, I'm in danger of this being so nice. I'm not going to want to drive it out in the rain, which is not a problem though, with my new Vessies. These Vessies are 100% waterproof. They look great. They're lightweight and they're made with Dymatech technology, which means that they're breathable in summer and cozy in the winter. They're also easy on, super simple to clean and extremely comfortable. And they're really versatile. You can wear these anywhere, from the beach to the snow. So welcome to the Dry Sock Club. You'll find yourself hunting for puddles like a kid in no time. So check out all the Vessi styles for you and your family. Head to vessi.com/Ratarossa and enjoy 15% off by using my link. I love them. Trust me, you will too. Now thanks to Vessi for sponsoring today's video and keeping my feet dry. Let's crack on with some work. We're just finishing tidying up a few little bits, making the space available here because we've got some really good news. The boys have sprayed the car and, well, the BBi is coming back here. We're going to head over to the shop right now and, well, I'm a little bit excited. The guys had spent weeks prepping the car ready for that perfect paint job. Finally, the BBi was getting the love it deserved. Had numerous coats of paint. Let's check it out. Rather exciting this. Trying to push the door doesn't help. Oh wow. Wow. Look at that. That is incredible. It's really weird when you do a car for this long. It's just monotonous, it's never ending, and there's just little bits like this that just bring the passion back. Look at that. Oh man, I'm blown away. That's so cool. So good. I'm not going to get too close to anything. I don't want to ruin anything. Doors are looking good. I'm not going to even go near that because no, my luck this week, I'm going to knock it off. But wow, obviously the guys will then polish it all up. It's going to be absolutely gleaming. It is gleaming. It is back, oh.
It's back.
The BBi is back. This is the midpoint of the build, really. Now we can get this back in the garage, start putting it all, like reassembling, especially the body. We got to make a bit of a decision on the engine, but all of this we can start to transform it back again to its former glory, how it left the factory. I am so pleased that we stuck with the original colour on this one. It is like, a lot of people would have gone red on it. A lot of people changed these cars from different colours and went to Rosso Corsa. This is such a unique car in Bianco Ferrari 100 white, and it looks fantastic. It just really suits this car. So yeah, the problem with this one is it's going to be so bloody nice. What am I going to do with it? Just, it's kind of like a work of art, isn't it? I am blown away. I am super excited. The BBi is finally back, painted in its original colour, and I have got to say a massive thank you to these boys, the SG brothers, who have been involved with the project since the beginning. Let's just check out the quality of this work. It is stunning. I unfortunately forgot to bring my sunglasses because the gleam on this is amazing. These guys, like I say, got involved with this car from the beginning. They did all of the prep work on it, they did all of their polyester, and now it's here at their new shop doing all of the paint work. And what I was about to say is they also sprayed the Scuderia, and you saw the job on the Scuderia. So join line up here. You tell me, guys, can you see anything? Well, not only that, have a look at that back there. The guys have just done a colour change on the RSQ8. What colour was this before, guys? Black. We'll give you a little bit of B-roll on this one, but Gert was telling me that the customer wanted it this matte finish green, and I was like, nah, that's never going to work. I think it actually worked very well indeed. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. If any of you need anything quality like this or like that, make sure you check them out. I'm going to put a link to their business in the description below, or you can check them out on Instagram down there. So we're going to start loading the car up now. Now, you might have noticed things like this. This is purely for protection. I do not want a scratch on this perfect paintwork, so we're protecting all of the closing parts of this car, all of the doors, just while we're transporting it back to my house. The grand reveal. The reason we have this cover on here, this is like a silky cover. This is an indoor Ferrari cover, but it's got this soft lining, and obviously the car is freshly painted, and we didn't want to take any risks damaging the paint. Hence, this very, very expensive cover came on the car down the motorway. A little bit speechless at the moment. That is looking good, really good. How are we looking your side, eh?
Yep, good.
Well, guys, we successfully got it back in the garage where it hasn't been for 2.5 years. Again, I've got to say a massive thank you to Dave for helping me out last minute. This guy is the guy. If you've got influencer cars, last week it was Matt Armstrong's car. He was the Murcielago, yeah?
Yeah, the Murcielago down to Goodwood.
Oh, I bet that's had a few heads, yeah?
Certainly did.
So, if you've got an influencer car, you can't do it unless you're an influencer. Dave's your man. Now we actually got the BBi back to the house a while ago. We've left it for a whole month because I'm taking no chances with this one. We've let that paint cure perfectly. The sun is out. I think we should get the BBi out on the driveway and start rebuilding this. Let's check it out. Back a bit. Right there, I think. All right, so the plan today is, well, it's looking phenomenally good. Is that a word? I don't know. Let's open it up. Look at this, guys. This is the inside of the clam. Just being very careful not to hit the garage door here. We came with a free stool. This is a BBi stool in white and black. This is Ferrari spec. Nothing to do with IKEA. So the plan today, as I was going to say, is we are going to start. I need some feel-good factor, some motivation. I need to start putting this back together so it looks like it is really starting to progress. So we are going to start working on this front end here. I'm going to kind of compartmentalize this build: front end, rear end, mid, and then we'll save the hard bits to last. Yeah. So we're going to start putting all of the nice little bits on the front end. Let's get on with it. So we're going to start by putting some pretty bits on like this, so I can align the front clam and we don't risk damaging the paint. Now today is all about speed and efficiency, so while I'm working on the front of the BBi, I've got Owen in the back doing some taping, but obviously you don't want me to ruin the video lines and the beauty of the BBi, so well, we're going to keep the clamshell shut, and well, it's unfortunate for O. Say hi, O.
We're on.
Say bye, O. Oh, was that your head, mate?
Can I get a drink, please? It's really hot in here.
Jeez, you just can't get the staff, can you? There you go. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
We'll get back to work. I'm only kidding, guys. Go on, now. You have 2 minutes out. Alright, it's really starting to come together. Check this out. This is what I needed. We're going to just put the badge on here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Needed some inspiration like this. Now the problem we're having right now, same old story as before, trying to find all the correct bolts each time. You live and you learn from these mistakes. Note to self, pay the extra money and get all the batches zinc plated individually. Alright guys, we are going to assemble some headlights. I've already started and done one. Now this is where all of that boring stuff early on, all of that preparation is paying off. This is where we have sprayed all these up, all the lights, we've done all the housings. In previous videos we've polished all the chrome, and now we're going to put it all back together, and it is going to look very, very pretty indeed. So a few little screws to do these. Nip that up, nip that up, and nip that up. Right, and then we've got this nice little fascia plate to go on here. That goes underneath there, on there, and then a little bit of a better set here. That is easy, easy, easy now. One and two very, very nice looking lights. Let's put them on the car. All right, so this is the delicate bit. So the light sits on here, and then we've got a couple of bits that come in from the outside like this. They go right the way through and then screw in. So this is the tricky bit right now. Let's see if we can get one in. That seems to be going in a little bit. So we'll do it a little bit like that. Now the key with this one is we've got to shut that front clam and make sure it does not catch this area here. That is going to be very, very scary. So we've got some stoppers here, and we've got a little bit of rubber that goes on the end of these. So that's our nice shiny bling bits to go back on. So let's shut this. I'll hold that. So when it gets near that light, we're going to go really slowly. Okay. So you can see if we go down any further, it's going to hit the back end of it there. So what we need to do is push that light all the way forward, and the way we do that is it's all on this mount point here. This frame can all move. So the other day, being the genius I am, I left that really loose. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, we're close. We can go a bit more forward, but you can see we are actually clearing it here. That's pretty cool. This is a bit of a cheat code. We've just taken the one side out, lifted it up very, very carefully, and then we're going to spin this thing in, which is again fiddly, 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 because that's Ferraris for you. Alright, so that's right the way down, so we can make some adjustment on that, and then we're just going to put this back in place like so. So we can adjust that up later, get our right movement all the way up. Alright, let's put the other one in. Just make sure that all works nicely. Alright, I'm going to button those up because that's not going to make any difference. Okay, let's try that out. Nice and central when it's all shut. No, we need to go more. We just nip that up very slightly. Okay, let's try it again. Really close on this side. See the gap there? Compare that to the gap there. See what I mean? This needs to come forward more. So it's looking pretty good. We have got a lot of adjusting still to do, but pop-ups are in. They're not hitting anything. Now the issue we've got here is we've actually got 3 adjustments. We've got all of this that has to be spot on, that cannot touch at all when it's flat like this or when it's up. We've also got a little bit of a lip here, so we need to work on that. But at the same time, we have got to make sure that all the gaps here are the same, and our door shuts, and the doors aren't even hung at the moment. They're very loose, and you can see here the gap is not right, so we've still got a bit of adjustment to do. Now we're adjusting not just the headlights, but there's the hinges here that hold this front clam in place, so we're just moving this back and forwards and adjusting these at the same time. So far we're okay. We're going to leave it like this, and then we're just going to fettle around with it when we got a little bit more time. So we're just putting in these nice, lovely new side lights. As with everything on this car, it ain't easy. That one over there is causing a bit of a problem. So we're starting again on this side, reseating it. And if this one goes in, that was the trick. There's a little tab behind it. We had it seated incorrectly. And it all kind of squishes together like this. It goes in that recess. There you go, look. It's not a great design if I'm honest. There we go. That's it. So that one we need to, the tab on that one is not working very well, so we're going to have to make a little bit of a modification. But there we go. Let's have a look. Let's step back. We're going to put the front grille in. I've got some new bolts on order for this. Then we can put the fog lights in. And then that is the front of the car, looking pretty complete, and I am very, very happy. Anyway, join me next time, guys. We are going to be putting the rest of the front end. We're working our way back on this car, and well, that is a little bit of inspiration for me to crack on with the rest of it. Very, very happy of how this is starting to come back together. It's looking amazing, and at what point we'll get this back on the road. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you shortly in the next one. In the meantime, you can check out what I get up to on a daily basis over on my socials. Stay safe. Ciao for now.